Get your hot girl walk in, I guess. I have no idea what's happening, my guy. I don't know, man. I just work here. No. I need to pause. That's literally what's happening with AI. I don't trust the funnel. Immediately, I don't trust the funnel. Funnel is my op. Oh, there's a man. I am gonna get fired. Hello, friends and gamers. I'm recording this a little bit early on a Saturday because I'm actually chilling at home today. Wow, shocker. So like it's before 11. Which is probably not the greatest time to play what I think is a puzzle game. Today we're playing The Funnel. This is a game we saw, I think, at the most recent Endix showcase. So the spring one that happened in May, right before the Summer Game Fest shenanigans, but I also lumped this in with Summer Game Fest. So real quick, we are going to take a look at the Steam page because I don't fully know what we're getting into and the caffeine is not hit yet. So this is a short and replayable narrative game where you may help or betray any of the people you meet. The funnel is watching. Okay, so this came out in April. I think we're gonna give it a try. Oh, it was also at Choose Wisely. Okay, so this is also a Demo Dive Reject. Okay. That's not as bad as it sounds. Demo Dive Reject means that it was on the list for a Demo Dive video, and I just never got to it. So maybe if there was, maybe there wasn't a demo. 3 to 5 hours. Okay, so we will be playing this across 2 videos if we decide to play the rest of the game. And yeah, this should be fun. Yeah. It doesn't say anything about being scary, so I think I'm safe. I think I'm safe from the horror games today. I think we'll be okay. I say that, but if I roll a horror game for a demo dive or something later, that's gonna suck. Okay, we're here. Thank you so much to Bronze Band Studio and Keymailer for providing me with my copy of The Funnel. And now, without further ado, let us get into our first hour, which could be like half the game of The Funnel. I say half the game. It's like a third of the game because if it takes 3 to 5 hours, I'm guessing it'll take me 4 because sometimes I'm directionally challenged. I think that's what it's going to take me. I'm also not trying to 100% the game, so it's fine. New game. We have many a slot. All right, slot 1. Tutorials are on. There's not a ton of settings on this game either, though. So we have a transfer request form. We have to enter our name, which we'll do that in a second. The date we are playing this is June 17th, 1996, which is older than I am. We are time traveling today. Transfer from error, transfer to assembly 4318, and the transfer reason is also kind of blank. You can skip the trip, but that's not available for those with chloroform allergies. I've never come into contact with chloroform, obviously, but hold on. I've obviously never come into contact with chloroform, but considering all the other allergies I have, I would assume that I'm allergic to chloroform. So I guess we're not skipping the trip. I also think I'm in my office, like, obviously, because that's where my PC is, and I opened the window, and I think one of my neighbors is just walking in a circle around the courtyard, which is kind of weird. Anyways, get your hot girl walk in, I guess. Let's start this. Complete form. It is 4 minutes into my recording. Hi, I don't set a timer for these things, so at 1 hour and 4 minutes, we will reconvene. I guess reminders. Okay, route the charge to the right socket. This one. Don't take too long. You are on the, how do I do this? A or D to, what? Amy says, are you done? Just finished my shift 2. Drink later. Well, if you're still here, the robot's waiting for you. Did I not do it right? I think I did it right. I don't know. We don't have faces. A or D to rotate. Okay, that's what we were doing. So E to open the door. And we go. I have no idea what's happening, my guy. The robot says, hello. I am pleased to inform you that following your transfer request, your transfer interview has been scheduled. The interview will take place in 0 days, 0 hours, 0 minutes. Please mark this down. So right now in your journal, so you don't miss the date. Yeah, doesn't that mean my interview is now? I am pleased to inform you that your interview is happening now. If you have no further questions, I will now transport you to the interview room. Okay. Can I say goodbye to my crew? Those are my friends. The robot says, unfortunately, I must now transport you to your interview. I suggest that in the future, you use the allotted time between your transfer request and your interview appointment to say your goodbyes. What is happening? I'm scared. I know I literally just said, this isn't a horror game. This is scaring me. Okay, fine. I guess I'm ready to go. I'm curious what the other answers do, but excellent, the robot says. I am sure we will have an exciting and informative journey together. May the gears keep turning. That's the phrase, isn't it? That's the cult phrase. Yeah. Well, there's the studio. Oh, and that guy's got one eye. Okay. The processor asks, why are you requesting a transfer? Set my bedroom on fire and I wanted to ride the train are also two options that my box is covering. Okay, I wanted something new. Sure, that's like a normal answer. Oh, the processor says that's not really a valid reason for a transfer. You do realize we have to transfer someone else in your place. See, I think wanting to try something new is valid if enough of a reason for a transfer, but there's definitely something weird happening here, so I'm not surprised that that's like the wrong answer, I guess. Hold on. Again, you have an unconditional transfer approval. You know, for 6 years, I never saw a single one of those. Now, all of a sudden, there's 4 in 3 months. Any idea what that's about? I don't know, man, I just work here. Yeah, I don't know. There's one answer and it's I don't know. The processor says, all right, figures. Well, looks like the funnel has given you assembly 4318. That's a gearbox factory. Good luck in your new home. Funnel, that's the name of the game. They said the thing already. And may the gears keep turning. That phrase gonna end up giving me nightmare? Like, that's the cult phrase, you know? They all got a little phrase at the end. That's the one. Oh my god, it's voice acted now. I'm just gonna read it because I'm probably gonna forget to keep this in the video. You're on your way to an exciting turn of the gears. The funnel has already arranged everything for your arrival, so don't stress. Sit back, enjoy the ride, take a nap. Shortly waits to be okay, this is hard to read. There's a lot happening. I tried to read it. To our left, there is a depiction of old Philadelphia. So this is taking place in a war-torn, post-apocalyptic version of the United States of America. The first settlers of Philadelphia lived in caves, like us. Wait, that doesn't sound right. The scientists created the funnel. No. Stop. I need to pause. So the line says that they took like great works of literature and threw them into the funnel. That's literally what's happening with AI. Stop. Because like allegedly, there's companies buying up like old antique classic books and just feeding them into these algorithms, which pisses me off. So like they really hit the nail on the head with this one. The devs really hit the nail on the head with this one. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't think when they were creating the game, they meant for it to be realistic. And then the game came out like a couple years later and it's like, oh no, now it's realistic. You know, it's one of those. You make a post-apocalyptic sci-fi game and it's like, it really is, don't create the Torment Nexus. And then a couple years down the road, they created the Torment Nexus. Anyways, resume. Yeah, okay, so the funnel is an AI, fantasy AI, which is what I use the term to humans still ruled over each other. Okay, yeah, so it's not real generative AI that like would have an AI content disclosure. It is a character itself within the game. The funnel is a character in the game. The funnel is the bad guy, I think.
This war, of course, never properly ended.
Atlantic Empire, okay.
Now referred to as the Surface War.
The Surface War. So they post-apocalyptic, we're living underground because the surface of the Earth has been destroyed.
Possibility.
The funnel predicted this is a possibility. Okay.
The funnel began digging underground.
Okay.
In case the worst came to pass.
The funnel the sentient AI. Okay. All right. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to keep this cutscene in, yeah?
The funnel was there to save
okay.
humanity and welcome.
I don't trust the funnel. Immediately, I don't trust the funnel.
Now,
the funnel is my op.
The age of war and conflict.
Age of war and conflict is over. I don't know about that.
Factories, humanity sustained itself and
okay.
Every day that you do your part in providing.
The lore for this goes crazy. I had no idea what we were getting into, and this is just like hidden in the game.
So may the
like they don't tell you about this. I do have to say, this is an interesting way to do the lore drop, just like really telling, not showing. Why is the funnel telling me to rise? Okay. We got a little bit of a utopia thing happening as well, and I got beef with a utopia. We're not gonna go into that today, but I do got beef with a utopia. How do I turn off the alarm? Press tab to open journal. General page. Oh, this is day 1. Okay. I've just been transferred to a new factory. I should meet my new crewmates. So tab to close? Yes. Okay. So I'm not really sure what to interact with. Can I go through this door? No. Okay, just the one at the end. Okay. Boris says, morning. Mike says, hey, you're the new guy. Boris says, let him be. Just go talk to the robot. Mike says, factory's at the top. All right, E to grab the wheel, if it will let me. Okay, and W or S to set floor. So top floor. is the factory, which is, I guess, where we go to talk to the robot. Oh, no, no, no. It's like not letting me. No, stop it. I'm stuck. Guys, I'm stuck. What happened? Why am I stuck? Is this a thing that can happen? Like I'm stuck in like a Lego man. Maybe if I tab it, it'll, I don't know. What did I do? Okay, there's my journal. Oh, okay. Okay, I hit E again and it unlegoed my arm. May the fires keep burning. I have so many thoughts about this game. Hold shift. Oh God, there's a shift sprint. Also, it gave me the sprint tutorial, which always is scary. There's the robot that I have to talk to. But yeah, the description for this game doesn't have any of this in there. Like it's a post-apocalyptic dictatorship, essentially, run by a sentient AI system. And also there's capitalism. So like, none of this is in the description. I had no idea what we were getting into. I feel like I'm actually gonna like this. I'm so confused, but like I get it. The robot says, "Good morning and welcome. This is Assembly Factory 4318. I see from your transfer form that you are a restless person. I will keep this noted. Are you familiar with the process of assembling gearbox?" No, but hopefully we'll figure it out. Why do you want to know is an answer? No, I'm not familiar. I need a tutorial. You will have 2 assembly shifts a day with a break in between. Each day you will have a set amount of assemblies to complete and oh, there's a man. Okay, an allotted time in which to complete them. If you fail to complete the required assembly count, I will be forced to take punitive measures. I don't like the sound of that. What are these punitive measures, actually? The robot says, to punish you for not assembling the sufficient amount of gearboxes, I will zap you with my pre-installed motivational coil. I don't think they gave it like a name that makes it sound good. I don't think, okay, that's still a punishment. The robot says, do not worry, as this process is proven to have no long-term effects, besides increasing motivation. Listen, this reminds me of something, but I'm not gonna say it, because that's too real. All right, I guess I'm all ready then. You can just say no, by the way, but we're not gonna go rogue yet. The robot says, excellent. It's time for your first shift. Your table is second from the left, so get going and don't forget to read your mail. There's mail. All right, second from the left, so this one is mine. All right, so I hit E to interact with the table. And then the mail says, good morning. Welcome to the Gearbox Assembly. We hope you relish your chance to be part of humanity's progress. Sincerely, your manager. Okay, great. So I hit this one and then, oh, I just have to keep taking little gears in order to make that gear move. Okay, so we'll just go down. Gotta do this really quickly. All right, there's one. And then, oh dear, I guess we can start on any side. No, okay, so how do we do this? No, how do we do this? I don't know how to do this one. Stop. I need to pause. How do I do this one? Why is it like that? Okay, what are we doing? I guess we just try to make it connect. Ah, it won't let me take a gear. How do we do it though? I need a new box. It's not, I don't know how I don't know how this one works. How does this work? I like can't, maybe we're going rogue early because I like literally, can I load? Can I save scum? What is this? From 2 minutes ago? Yeah, go for it. Save scum from 2 minutes ago. Okay, yeah, there's the letter. Let's get cooking. Okay, so it restarted me, which is awesome. Okay, there we go. I think I just need to go around it. So if we go from one to the other, just kind of avoiding this like clump in the middle. No. So what if we go around the other way? Because there's no tutorial. What if we fill in now this whole section? I'm just gonna keep trying stuff. That don't work. I'm just gonna fill in the whole board. Why not? Because it won't let me pull the lever for the new box. Even it just doesn't work. So I don't know how this one works. So I'm just gonna sit here and fill in the whole thing because why not? Something has to give at some point, right? It didn't tell me how to do this one. And I don't know what this thing is here. Oh wait, because I can't remove that. Okay, hold on. What if we save scum again? Let's go resave scum. Because like it has to tell me eventually, right? Oh my God, why won't it go away? Okay, now we're all the way across again, which sucks. That's not gonna work. Okay, well, I thought I could go diagonally. I can't. So we're just gonna do this. I'm like locking in. There we go. And item collection doesn't make sense to me either. Like, what is that? How do I get rid of that? What is this? I can't click on anything. I just have the one letter. I can pick up the clock and move it, but that doesn't do anything. I feel like I'm going insane. What is this? I'm just gonna stare at it. Like, we're just gonna stare at this. How do you do? I'm so confused. Is there literally anything on the Steam page that would like hints to how to do this one? Okay, so those ones are supposed to move. Okay, Okay. Haha. I forgot to switch back to game capture. If you look here, you can move these, and that's how that works. Okay, we figured it out. So we're gonna save scum one more time. I finally figured it out. Okay, let's get to our gearboxes. All right, goodbye. All right, let's get moving and grooving now. So we'll use the gears that are already on the board for map 2. Boom. Okay, so then this one can go like that, and we got that one moving. Okay, so new box. Oh. Okay, I guess we needed a new box. That's a big gear. Okay, there's more gear sizes now. I can't get these to connect. New box. Okay, I locked out. Okay, I am gonna get fired. Just a thought here. Why? Okay, so we need to connect to this one. I can't get this to work. There we go. Got that one. Okay, we're so close. I don't know if this is working, by the way. Okay, hold on. There we go. We got it. All right. We are so good at this game. I guess you can go there. Maybe. I don't know. Trying to make this work is hard. What if we do that and then that? Okay. Okay. We've had some mix-ups, but this is going to be fine and dandy. Oh, so if you get hit by... Wait, that doesn't... I don't like that. All right, I'm going to get hit. Oh, maybe it doesn't always break down. Okay, we got that one like so close. Okay, 6 out of 6. Okay, I did it. Congratulations, you have finished the required amount of assemblies. Oh my God, I can't believe we did it. Press this button to complete your shift or keep going to bank bonus time for your next shift. Oh, let's keep going. I want to bank bonus time so next time I can just kind of sit and do nothing. That's the key to... It won't let me new box. I guess because we did our thing. Assemblies completed at 6. Best time is 7 seconds. Okay. I think because I hit the wall. But like that's how you do corporate. You do all your work on Monday and then sit around and do nothing for the rest of the week. We did our thing though. There should be a second shift today. I'm gonna go talk to the robot again. Hi, robot. Says hello. I have a question waiting for your response. What is your assessment of your very first shift? I hated it. I could barely keep up. Yeah, I could barely keep up. I will make note of this. Your next assembly will be adjusted accordingly. Okay, please inform me if you are unsatisfied with this adjustment. I now recommend introducing yourself to your fellow crewmates during your scheduled 15-minute break, not the legally required 15-minute break. You may also approach your assembly table to begin your second shift early. We'll introduce ourselves to one of our coworkers, like this guy over here, like the guy we share the side with, he's just chilling. So we'll talk to him. This is Boris. Says, hey, new guy. We can ask who he is. He says, the name's Boris. The only one with any sense around here. But who knows? Maybe you're not an idiot. Well, okay, at least he's honest. You did just get transferred after all. We can say I am an idiot. So is there anything I should know about working here, Boris? What do you got for me? He says, well, don't pull the new box lever unless you're absolutely sure you need it. Otherwise, they count it against your assemblies that day. Okay. Oh, well, I have to censor that. All right, well, I'll see you around, Boris. He says, there's a welcoming thing tonight at Mike's, by the way. He'll probably cry if you don't show up. Okay, so we have to find out who Mike is. I guess we probably have time to do another introduction. We'll talk to this guy. This is Ira. Ira. Long journey getting here, he asks. I don't mind the paintings are interesting. Yeah, the paintings are interesting. He says that they are. What might I call you? So we can introduce ourselves. And he says, it's good to meet you then. My name's Ira. I've been at this factory for quite some years, as I'm sure you can tell. He's like, as you can see, I'm old. In fact, I came here from the surface, if you find that interesting. So, okay, what was the surface like? We can ask about that. Let's definitely ask about that. He says it was open. You could see so many structures and trees and people, and everyone was a traveler. People would get in a cart attached to a balloon and cross an ocean just to meet someone for lunch. But I suppose that was before the war. I don't know where in history, like, did we go like into a future? Like, what was the cart with the balloon? Is that a hot air balloon? Because that doesn't go that fast. What should I know about working here, Ira? Because we asked, is there anything I should know about working here? So he says, yes, I suppose there is. Sometimes your gearbox might seem impossible, you're telling me. But I find if you just wait a moment for the halters to move, impossible boxes often become possible. The halters, that's what those things were. Okay, well, I'll see you around, Ira. Maybe at Mike's tonight? He says, of course. But please come to Mike's room tonight. We thought it would be good to have a drink together. Just something to welcome you. That it seems a little bit culty. Like, I don't know if it's kindness or a cult. Like, it's a party just for you. Like, I just met you people. So this must be Mike. Yep. Also, what is that necklace he's wearing? It's the funnel. Oh, okay. He says, hey friend, come to introduce yourself. Why does he already feel hostile? So we introduce ourselves and he says, I'm Mike, youngest one here. I was actually born in a factory. Funny enough. Thank the funnel for that. I don't know about that, bestie. It's like a quote about being born in a factory. I don't want to start anything with him right away. Is there anything I should know about working here, Mike? Let's just keep it cordial. He says, oh, sure. Make sure to check out the tube mail in your room. It lets you request all sorts of items to help you out, and you can get books on all sorts of things. But you do have to forfeit your meal for the day. Wait, so in order to read, it's like, yeah, you can read books, but you won't be fed. That's so messed up. What? So they basically have made it inaccessible for people to read books. I can only imagine what the literacy crisis looks like in the funnel. Oh, there's Ira. He's having some issues. Okay. He says it's not always bad. Oh, it's from shortages. It's not always bad, but missing a meal makes me a little dizzy. Well, yeah. Probably also gnarly breath. Oh my God. That's like the least of our worries with the things we should be worrying about. But oh my God. I'll see you around, Mike. I can't do this. Oh, I can't do this conversation. I can't keep up this conversation with Mike. We gotta end it. He says, oh, wait. We're having a little welcoming party for you at my room. So I think it is a mix of kindness and cult. I think Mike is just misguided and like doesn't realize really he's probably in a cult of sorts. Because also this is just how he's grown up. So he's like, yeah, we have to make him feel welcome. But then you have to dissect, why are we making the new guy feel so welcome right away? It's a cult. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everybody is nice. I don't know. But they're having a welcoming party tonight. He says, so just stop by after second shift, okay? It's room number 3. Maybe write it down in your journal so you don't forget. Did they give you one? I asked Boris to bring his dice set too. Anyways, I'll see you there, right? All right. Well, I guess break time's probably over. If not, I talked to everyone, so we can kind of start our shift early to make up for all the times I goofed. You're on the clock. You have 5 minutes per shift. Avoid punitive measures. Okay, so let's get started. New box. Oh, I guess the blockers can't hit that. That sucks. The blockers can't hit the blue ones. Okay, so, oh, I wasn't even paying attention to that. Okay, well, screw you too. I'm also trying to like block out some of the blockers. I don't know if I can connect those. All right, well, that's fine. There's just one extra gear there. Okay, this one should be fine. I don't necessarily love the big gears, but it is what it is. Oh, the halter wiper. Oh, I got a buff. A reward for incredible assembly speed. Hey, press to wipe all those halters away. Amazing. There must be a cooldown on that, yeah? We just gotta keep going fast. Okay, I only had it once. I should have probably used it better. That there to block a halter. Oh, I didn't realize there was one there. Darn it. We have plenty of time. We'll be fine. I should actually be okay here. I don't really need to worry about any of these. Ooh, how do I get these to work? All right. So I need to connect these over here, which this is not clicking. I need these blockers to go away. There we go. Okay. That's a mess of a combination there, but put that there just to block. I need a little one. There we go. Cool. Did I do all 6? All right, there we go. It took me like a quarter of the time. This is really fun. I actually like the puzzles. The gear melter. Also a reward for good assembly speed. Destroy any one gear or halter immediately. I don't think I necessarily need it. I'm kind of like enjoying just vibing with it. Okay, so that one's blocked out now. Oh, and it gave me a big one. Okay, we still got it. Okay. Put one there and one there just for safety measures, really, to not have to worry about the blocks or the halters, I guess it would be. Ooh, I can't get these connected. I'm struggling to get these connected. Oh dear, it's giving me only big ones. There we go. Okay, a mess, but drop those really quick. I'm trying to bank extra time just so I don't have to worry about this. Okay, well that one just is gonna go over there. All right, cool. Put you there and you there. And now we can actually start doing the thing. Because the red ones just can't touch the blue ones, the halters. So just put in some safety precaution gears first thing and you're good to go. There we go. I'm on 11. That's the thing, I actually really enjoy the puzzle, so I'm like, let's just do some extra ones here. Oh wait, nothing's connected. Okay, I need to figure this out. How can we get these connected here? Like that. Okay, just one little gear. Safety gear, and then actually I can kind of connect those there. Never doubt the safety gear. Okay, that just has to go over there. It's not gonna fit anywhere. I actually think we might be okay and don't really need safety gears up top. I'm gonna wait for that halter to go by, but then boop. When is it gonna cut me off? I also got another button, so I'm just gonna like stockpile those. Oh no, I'm gonna, yeah, I didn't realize. drop you down. That's fine. I'm doing some extras to kind of like for safety measures, really. Put the safety one there. I don't know if I'm gonna need that, but okay. One more small one. Yes. Okay. Oh, this is not running. Okay, one more. Safety gears. Never underestimate the power of a safety gear. Okay, we need to get this running somehow. Okay, I think if I do that, that'll get it. Yeah. This one, if we kind of just start connecting things, we should be okay. I kind of did this in a weird way, but it's counted. I'm like literally, I'm just stockpiling these just for safety, really, at this point. Also, it's fun. I also probably could go up in difficulty because I think I lowered the difficulty because I told the guy like I'm struggling. I'm also kind of putting in some safety gears as I see like holes in the thing. I need that halter to move. Thank you. Okay, put you there. I really like the gear puzzles. I'm not even gonna, I am having a great time. I say that, but they're probably gonna get a lot harder now that I'm like banking them and like actually kind of doing a good job here. But I also just think it's because I'm going pretty fast. I misplaced that one. I didn't even need to grab new gear. Okay, safety gear immediately. Nope. Okay, got it. That was so close. I like misplaced one. That was really close. We almost had a really big problem there. Okay, this is not clicking together. There we go. Okay, safety gear, and then we start surrounding the gears so we don't have problems. There we go. Safety gear. There we go. Safety gears are in place. I need this halter to move. Thank you. At what point do we stop doing the puzzles, though, is the question. Because I've kind of banked a lot of them. Oh, put you there immediately. Okay, these halters are going to annoy me now. Oh, what's not clicking? Oh, no, that clicked. Okay. I was like, oh, hold on. What's not connecting? We're having issues with this puzzle because there's just a lot of big gears. There we go. There's just like a lot of big ones in a row. Okay, that should be safe. There we go. Safety gears. Don't know where these ones are gonna end up, so I'm just kind of putting down a bunch of safety gears. Oh wait, this is gonna be our last one. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna hit end. We got 29. I wanted to hit 30, but we did some extras. My best time was 8 seconds, and I have bonuses. Nice. I think we did great. So now we can leave. I should talk to the robot, but I also want to get to Mike's. So we're just gonna leave. We did our overtime, and now we can shift sprint down the wall, and we're gonna interact with the elevator and go down to floor 3. Was there a 5th floor earlier? Or am I going crazy? Because there's 5 floors in total. So floor number 2 is Boris, and then 3 is gonna be Mike. Okay, so we take our hand off the elevator wheel, and we go into Mike's room. So it actually is a party. I'm not being jumped. Boris says this was a mistake. Ira says, will you get me a drink? Boris says, all right. Mike says, take a seat. I might be being jumped, actually. Because what's Boris's issue? Where can I take a seat? Oh, is it in that chair? Okay, it's in that chair. Mike says, we were just talking about the old you. The what? What does that mean? Oh, Ira says your predecessor. Okay. Who was he? I do care if they miss him, but I want to know about him first. Mike says his name was Seb. Boris says, bit moody, but a good man. Boris is also like in the corner, kind of like upset. He also was upset when we came in though. Mike says, I mean, he didn't really like the gearboxes. I personally enjoy the gearboxes. Unfortunately, I think they're fine. Boris says, kid, I don't like the gearboxes. Mike says, yeah, I know. Ira says he finished his quotas. What more is there? I mean, it's true. He did what he was supposed to. He clocked in and he clocked out like he was supposed to. Mike says, what do you mean? It's not just about finishing the boxes. They serve a purpose. I mean, each box finishes an excavator or a pump, or who knows what else. It's about being, Boris finishes for him, saying, being part of the great mission. And I have to censor that, but like the sentiment is there. I kind of love Boris because like during the like workday, he was like so normal. And now he's like, yeah, I hate it here. I actually hate it here. Which for living in a post-apocalyptic dystopian underground society, he's better than me because I would think I was being constantly recorded. Ira doesn't really say anything. Ira or Ira? I forget what we were going with. I forget how you say that name. I also have to censor Boris again. He says, come on, you've just pulled that stuff so far up your own butt that you don't see how easy it would be for the funnel, in quotations, to be lying to all of us. Mike says, what do you think? I mean, I know you just got here, but you must know a bit about the funnel from your old factory. There's no reason for it to lie, right? Like I said, I do think the funnel is lying. I do think the funnel is a dictator. I do think the funnel is bad. However, I also do think the funnel is constantly recording because, you know, I likened it to sentient AI earlier, and sentient AI or just like AI in general is kind of always recording. Not to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but like y'all seen the stalker glasses. Like the thing with those like recording glasses is that they are always on and listening for the command to start recording. So it's the same thing with like the like chatbots and stuff in phones and things like that. They are technically always on listening for that start phrase. The like smart home things as well are like that. That's not even a conspiracy theory. That's just like how technology works. So I would assume that the sentient AI funnel dictator is also always listening. So we need something that's like not gonna totally make us seem like we're about to like we're a conspiracy theorist, but like something that's also like a little bit skeptical. We can say it is strange that we don't see where the gearboxes go. Option 1 or 2. They're just gearboxes. There isn't some big mystery behind it. Or option 3 that my box is covering, kind of, says it doesn't really matter. What matters is if we do our job. I do think that is also correct in this case scenario, but also that is like, that's kind of like the Boris mentality. Although I think if we riled up Boris enough, he would fight. He would start to throw hands with the sentient AI dictator. But I guess it is, none of these are super combative. So I think it is strange that we don't see where the gearboxes go. I don't think that's too out there to say. Boris agrees and says, that's damn right. I could give Boris a Southern accent. We are in post-apocalyptic United States. I could give him a Southern accent if I wanted to. Mike says, but anyways, we were going to play dice, right? Play with dice. I was curious when they said that Boris was going to bring his dice earlier. I was curious what that meant, like if they were going to play like D&D or something, but they're just playing dice. Boris says, you asked me to bring it. Mike says, yeah, come on, Boris. We haven't played in weeks. We can teach you the rules. So this must be another mini game, technically. Okay, so we have a scorecard over here. First to 30 wins. Roll as many times as you want. If you roll a 1, you lose what you rolled. Okay. Oh, did I accidentally end turn? Hold on. I'm save summing. I hit end turn because that was the only button. All right. Well, that was from quite a bit of time ago, but I'm still gonna save scum it and just repeat my option choices. Hold on. Oh, it wasn't letting me open the door. I am gonna save scum it because I'm annoying. Which is funny because I don't usually save scum my games, but for some reason, this one, like I actively want to do well. And I hit the end turn button and didn't really figure out how the dice worked. So we're gonna try to repeat all of our dialogue options and hope for the best here. This elevator is also really slow. I'm gonna take a drink of my melted tea. Also, we're almost at our hour. Like that kind of flew by. I think it's because I really enjoyed the gearbox minigame. I like really enjoyed it. I don't think I'm going to enjoy the dice one because it is kind of up to chance, but hey, I guess there's a gacha in my post-apocalyptic dystopian United States choices matter game. So this is the unskippable cutscene that we got a couple of seconds ago. So we sit down and we wait for Boris. I can get up and out of the chair a couple times. Did Boris just took a drink from the Ira's cup and then gave Ira the cup. All right, so who was your old predecessor? Seb. I wonder if we're gonna meet him later on because they like dropped the lead like really early with that one. I do think we're gonna meet him later on and he like went crazy or like is trying to expose the sentient AI government or something, you know? I'm gonna have to censor this now. Yeah, it's strange we don't see where they go. And we have dice. So we first to 30. I got a 6. All right, cool. We roll again. We don't want a 1. I'm like, I wonder, is this rigged? Got a 4. Also, no one else is rolling, which is weird. Okay, 5. 21. 5. 26. Don't give me the 1. 5. Okay, 30. No one else rolled that time. I was gonna make a joke about beginner's luck. Boris says something I have to censor and then says, got to be beginner's luck. I have a special risk technique to roll any number I want. Nope. Yeah, I don't know how that happens. Mike says, well, good game, everyone. We can always play again later, right? I was just thinking, though, we were talking about Seb last week, and we couldn't figure out why he transferred. Do you know anything about that? Well, the processor did say that there was a bunch of transfers recently. Or actually, Mike says, why were you transferred? I don't think we should expose that we had the unconditional transfer approval. I think that is a bad idea because if there is some like weird conspiracy plot happening, I do think that could start something. We can say why we wanted to transfer here because we wanted to try something new, or just say I don't know, which I think is the greatest option here. Mike says, I mean, I guess there's no knowing then. Seb must have done something. Boris says, or maybe the funnel just didn't like him. Maybe he didn't fit in well enough and they forced him out. Mike says all transfers are voluntary. Well, I mean, we almost didn't get our transfer, but we had an unconditional approval. So Boris says, yeah, quote the funnel like Mike. Quote the funnel line, Mike. Shame we didn't get someone with a brain. I can have a brain, I'm just using it to try and be normal for a little bit. We can use the brain later. Maybe not today, because we're almost at our hour, but like we can use the brain later. Ira says, Boris, perhaps Seb did request a transfer. After all, he was a private person. I want to meet this guy so bad. Boris says, no, something's up. I say we look into it. It does sound like Boris and Seb were probably good friends, and that's why he's taking it harder than the other two. Also, I don't think Mike would take anything harsh because he's like really into this stuff if you catch my drift. He says, I'll ask the robot and he'll clear it up. I don't think we should trust the robot, just saying. Ira says there are hundreds of transfers every day and that robot barely understands our factory. Perhaps it's best to let it be. We can let it be, we can ask the robot, or we can look into it ourselves. I do think looking into it ourselves might be the best option, but also the robot might know something. I don't trust the robot though, so I'm gonna be a little bit sneaky with this one. The smart option would be asking the robot, seeing what they have to say, and then looking into it ourselves. But I think I'm gonna skip over the asking the robot part because I don't trust what the robot says anyways, and I think we should look into this ourselves. Let's start getting a little sneaky with it. Boris says, that's what I've been saying. There's more than one person with some sense in this factory now. So did Seb not have sense? I thought him and Boris were friends. Mike says it's a bad idea, which means it's a good idea because it's Mike we're talking about. But we didn't mean to bombard you with all this stuff. We can say we're annoyed by it or that it's fine or that we could do something else. I think it's fine. I like this stuff. Why don't we play another round of dice? Mike says. All right, let's hit it. We don't want a run. A 6. Yeah, 6. Roll again, and we hit a 2. Roll again. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, a 3. Okay, all right. Is there only 1 dice? 2. I'm getting lower numbers this time, which is scaring me because I do think I'm gonna roll a 1 eventually. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Oh, come on, come on. This feels like eels and escalators. We got a 4. Okay, we're at 20 now. And 5. And hit the 6, hit the 6, hit the 6. 31. Once again. We win. I wonder if you can hit a 1. I'm like curious now because I didn't either time. Boris says, I'm done. Because I won again. I'm sorry, Boris. I should have ended turn like right before 30. We should have let Boris win. Mike says, what? We can't just leave it there. I mean, at least one more game. Boris just says, kid, I'm done. Mike asks Ira and us if we want to play another game. And Boris is not having any part of that because he says, what part of I'm done do you not understand? Ira says, Ira or Ira? I think it's Ira. Ira says, Boris. And he says, yeah, I didn't mean to yell at you, kid. Ira says, we may knock into each other's rough edges, but we all get along here. Boris just says, uh-huh. Mike says, well, I want to know what you think of the place. We've all known each other here for 3 or 4 years now. So we're switching the topic again. Boris corrects him and says it's been 3. And Mike says, right. Boris transferred here a few years back, but I've been here with Ira for a few more years before that. Honestly, I can't see myself ever transferring. Boris says, uh-huh. I worked in a sewing factory before this one. Had a bit of an argument with the crew, but there was no robot around there. So he must not like the robots, which I could see why. I feel like they are weird. Mike says, I don't mind the robot. Actually, though, Ira's been here since the factory opened. Ira says that he worked under a motorman at the Surface War. Leaks and maintenance and gearboxes was an easy transition. I don't know about that. I don't know exactly what he did, so it's fine. Mike says, you know, you're the only person I've ever met from the surface. It's incredible, really. Boris says, must have been nice. Which I could see that if Boris is already like really jaded and he like wishes he could be on the surface. Yeah, I could see that. Ira says, no, not usually, but sometimes. What do you think of the factory? He's like totally changing the subject. I think it would be better, but also if it was so war-torn, like how war-torn was it at the end, you know? Because it's like, yes, you get fresh air and you get to see stars and all these things, but also if it was so like there was no going back at the end, like, you know, I can see both sides of it. 2 things can be true. Mike says, oh yeah, we're getting sidetracked. I'm okay with getting sidetracked. I would like to know more lore. So we can say it seems great, it's a bit dull, there's something weird going on here, or I hate this place. I do think it's a bit dull. Like I'm definitely not, like there's 2 ends, I guess there's 2 ends with an outlier. So there's like, it's great, I hate it here, or the middle would be it's dull, which I think is correct. But But also there is something weird going on here and I'm going to figure out what. I do think that's correct, but also I don't know if I want to say that to the people. Yeah, it's a bit dull, but you all seem like a good crew. I don't want to get anyone started anywhere. Ira says, Mike says, I mean, most factories are about the crew you're with more than what you're doing. Anyways, I do partially have to agree with that, but also factories are dangerous. So there is that. Boris says most factories are about finding another way to force you to work. I mean, if it is a post-apocalyptic dictatorship, so there is that. They'll force you to work without raising the question of why you're doing it. And Mike, a little bit predictably, says, that's just a lie. You know, you make fun of me for reading the funnel's writings, but you've never even bothered to try and understand what we're doing. I mean, you know, I'm gonna cut him off because he's gonna get cut off probably by Boris, but Mike is so misguided. He is so misguided. It's uncanny. Ira says, perhaps it's getting late. You can take the lift up first. Good night, everyone. Mike says, oh, all right. I mean, it was fun. See you all tomorrow, though. And Boris just says, get some rest. You're in for a lot more of this and nothing else. I think there is more we can do. Boris says to go on and take the elevator. I'm getting a random call. This is actually kind of funny because we're talking about like jobs and things. I started applying to jobs again, just like to see what's out there and like see if I can get anything, you know, just to see, just dipping my toes in the water, you know, even like a little part-time something somewhere, you know, like just to see. And I think something I applied to sold my information on the internet because I've been getting so many spam calls. But that's my conspiracy theory of the video. Ooh, what can I do at my desk? What's here? Oh, grab new mail. Oh, this is tube mail. Okay. Welcome to your tube mail. This is where you will both receive mail and send item requests. Please remember to use your request responsibly, as requesting an item will forfeit your meal for the day. Enjoy the marvels of modern technology. So I stamp it and it goes to the heater. Oh wait, but then that uses up my meal. Wait, heater, book the world ahead, or heater. Okay, I'm just gonna put this in letter storage then, because I actually don't want to send that yet. I guess I kind of have to. I think it's tutorialing me. So use this to send item requests. Place letter here to destroy. Okay, so we can just destroy it. Okay, cool. Then we can close the UI. Okay, cool. Okay, and we have hit our hour, but we're gonna go to sleep and then we'll be done. This is our tube mail. Oh, they make you take medication? Oh, okay, so we don't even do day 2. It is now the 24th, the 25th. So a whole day or two goes by without any incidents. And then we have control back. So that's going to be where we start off next time. Let's save game. I'm going to save over where we're last at. Overwrite that slot, which, yeah, okay, that's a good place to save. Okay, we'll go back main menu now. So that was our first hour in the funnel. I feel like it was like maybe 5 minutes. I did get really stuck on the gearbox puzzle at that one point, but after I figured it out, it was really fun. And this game is getting a play. We are gonna finish it up. It'll probably only be 1 or 2 videos more, like I said. Like, it's not gonna be a ton of videos more, but we are gonna finish this game up. I really like the gearbox puzzles, and I'm curious where the story is going to, so that's also a plus. But that is it for this video. Also, if you're new here, I do a thing with the games I play where I give it a play or a nay. Nay means it goes to rot in my Steam library. If you've been here before, you know that. And play means that it goes back on the schedule with an arbitrary year-long date to finish it, and there used to be consequences if I didn't finish the game in that year, but I wasn't doing any of the consequences, so I gave that up. I removed that part of the puzzle, if you will. So now they just go on my schedule to be completed whenever, but there is an effort being made. This one's getting a play though. I do want to finish this one. Thank you once again to Bronzeman Studio and Key Miller for providing me with my copy of The Funnel. This was kind of a bit of a sleeper hit. This is really good. If you liked this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. And as always, I hope everyone is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. Don't believe the funnel or the robots or whatever. I forget the actual phrase. What was the phrase? The like cult phrase? Something about gears turning? Yeah, whatever. Okay, I forget it. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!